Yes, children, hey, if it's a few minutes past 11 o'clock on a fucking Saturday with some good weather today, actually. Bit balmy, bit lovely. But it is a time for the Club with Lucas here on RCE 106.9. Everybody, my beautiful children of the corn, how is everyone? You know what? I walked in today to a lovely hug, I tell ya. And I spilled all my fucking coffee. And so if you're watching this later on the YouTubes and or live, you already know that Lucas needs his liquid crank. And so today I'm just full of piss and vinegar, children. And we're very happy to have you here because I am not alone and I'm not gonna butcher this name. Alessandro Ananasso is here for us today as well because he is not only an actor who has done many things actually, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in just right now. But also, he has something that is debuting tonight at our favorite new theater here in the city. In fact, that is the BCN studio in Poble Sec on Carrer del Canón, number 26, here in the beautiful country of Catalonia, el teu país es molt petit, and I want to get to this right now. I also want to give a mad shot of love to the people at BCN Studio because they provide not only the goodness of people like Alessandro, they also provided me last month a chance to have a beautiful sellout show. And I just want to give all love and shout out to Angela, Annie, and Mike for doing everything that they do for the good people and everyone who helps at the BCN Studio. Remember, you can still get tickets for Alessandro's show, which is tonight, tomorrow, next Saturday, and next Sunday as well. And it's also... for the first time in his life, we're going to dive right into the questions now. In Spanish and in the English. Let's talk about that. So thank you so much for coming here.
No, thank you for having me. That's
and
much.
For allowing me the privilege of spilling my coffee, but not getting it on either of us.
It was, like I said, it was an explosive hug, wasn't it? Yes. I love that you're calling me with my birth name, Alessandro. My stage name is actually Alexander.
It's Alexander, excuse me. Alexander.
No, but I love it because, you're making it all about me.
Perché posso parlare? And it is all about you, at least for the next 21 minutes, right? It's all about you. And I want to talk about that because when you are presenting something like you're doing right now, well, not right now, you already did Light in a few hours.
Yeah.
So thank you again for being here for that.
No, thank you.
When you're presenting this in 2 different languages over 4 different nights, the nerves are like nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. It's not nerve-wracking at all. Yesterday I did we did tech the day before and yesterday, and yesterday was the day that I did the full run during tech, first in English and then in Spanish, and it was a real, a little bit weird. Just go, okay, now what am I saying? How am I saying it?
Why are you saying this?
Why am I saying this?
Question. Why?
That happens as well.
A God who can speak.
I have a new camera. Okay.
Why a God who can speak? Excuse me.
Why a God who can speak?
Yes, sir.
Because when I wrote this, I was living in London. There was lots of xenophobia, Islamophobia, homophobia that I saw around me, and I'm really interested in sort of the intersectionality between all these things. And I was also learning sign language just because I liked it. So why not?
Sign language.
English
Italian?
British Sign Language, yes,
British
correct,
sign?
yeah, BSL. So I put that in there as well, and so he's, the protagonist Mohammed is speaking to his, in his mind. He's a gay guy who's Muslim. He wakes up after an accident, doesn't know what happened, and in his mind is sort of recalling memories of his brother who's deaf and Muslim, and they have this conversation, signing and speaking for the audience, for the sake of the audience, of about what's spirituality like when you can't recite the Quran, because it's such a big deal for Muhammad specifically, this reciting the scriptures. So yeah, why? It's just lots of phobias that I don't like.
I like to start with why. I think that there's an element where, and I say that a lot of times on myself, there's an element where for people like, I have a gentleman who's coming on who is an imam, he used to be an imam right after you.
Yeah, okay, wow.
And when you deal with, when you come from very strong religious backgrounds, things of that nature never fully get out of you. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not sure how strong your Catholic Italian background was, but getting into the skin of something that you are not, because you are not necessarily Muslim.
Yeah.
How do you inhabit that role, brother?
Yeah, so I didn't. My family specifically wasn't very, very Catholic at all.
Okay.
But obviously, I did grow up in Rome, which means that pretty much everyone else was sort
My
of
dad
like
is going on Monday. Oh my god.
you know. So it's sort of like very interesting. It's such an interesting city. Growing up in Rome is yeah, interesting, shall we say? So there's lots of paradoxes. Like lots of people who are just very sort of progressive, and other people who are just not. And so yeah, I saw many parallelisms between the you know, just generally speaking, just being very religious, but also just sort of coming from any sort of conservative background that will tell you this is how things are, and you as an individual have to adapt to that sort of structure. And my sort of coming out of the like blooming as a human being was about realizing I don't want to adapt to the structure. I want the structure to adapt to me.
Is that part and parcel of what you're representing here on the stage tonight, tomorrow, and next Saturday and Sunday at the BCN studio? Tickets available through Alessandro's as well, Alexander Ananasso's Instagram, as well as the BCN studio and BCN studio, and his personal website page. Excuse me, please.
Yes, there's some of that for sure. Like not obviously this sort of eloquently explained, but this is more sort of like the background of why I wrote it and what, you know, there are, because people ask me how much of you is in the show very often, like, because it's like, you're not Muslim. Yes, of course. I mean, yeah, I am gay, so I have that aspect, but what, you know, why the Muslim thing, you know, but there's or the deaf thing even. And I'm like, actually, there is lots of me inside the show, you know, like it's just sewn into aspects that are actually universal. They're not necessarily to do with one specific condition or religious background. There is stuff that has to do with those things as well, of course, in the show.
I wonder, do you think it's more of a stringent issue for people who are Muslim or Orthodox Jew or extreme evangelical Christians?
Yeah.
More than just someone who, I believe, or I went to church when I was little.
Yeah.
The dealing with the gay issue.
I mean, yeah. I mean, many people that I met in my life, especially in Rome, like I said, came from, you know, Catholic backgrounds where that family wasn't happy about it. Not everyone, of course. Like, there are families that are like, yeah, they're Catholic, but they were super happy, no problem at all. I was like, brilliant. But
less than here? Like fewer people than here?
What?
I wonder if you think that the Spaniards or Catalans are more accepting of their gay kids than Italians might be.
Well, obviously, I don't really have much experience of that since I've only been living here for like 3 years. But
okay, English, Londoners.
Yes.
Do you think they're more accepting than Romans?
Oh, I would say so. Yes, for sure. Okay. Yeah, I think even Spanish people in general, like Spanish people. Like, generally speaking, I think Spanish people compared to Italian people are more sort of open in their sexuality, in their sort of physicality even. Yes, like, I can sort of tell that, you know, when I came here, even when I was in my 20s, I was seeing all these people sort of, to me, they looked like they were naked in the street. You know, they weren't, but you could sort of see that they were so open with it.
They used to be. Until 2012, you could walk naked on the street.
Right, you see.
The things that I'll tell you one day over mimosas is insane.
Well, you know, there's lots of nudist places as well. And like, whereas for Italy, it's like, that's sort of seen as a thing that's a bit like, oh, you know, I'm not sure about that. It's a bit odd, you know, weird people do this weird thing. It's like, well, it's just your body.
So then there's an element of repression that you understand that's also going to probably come out into God Who You Can Speak.
Correct.
At what point did you feel the need to move beyond just your study work to screen, which you've now done? In fact, can we talk about that in your film about Venice, please?
Oh,
can
sure.
Throw that in for a couple minutes?
Absolutely. Sex Love Venice. Yeah, that was...
You're right. And which cannot be seen yet here.
Yeah, not in Europe,
but it's Come Love, Film In, get on it. Because you do have a film on Film In.
That's another film, yes, correct.
What is that one called, please, sir?
So the one on Film In is called A Dice with Five Sides.
A Dice with Five Sides, which can be seen on Film In, the best movie app, and a Catalan original since 2012, everybody. Check it out, please.
Yes.
But...
that's the one, that we did... I was in that one before Sex Love Venice. Unfortunately, that's still not here. It is available in North America, but at one point, hopefully soon, it will arrive to Europe. And we shot that in Venice, which... it was an American production. It was really fun to shoot that, and Venice is such a.
Does it smell?
It does smell.
Okay.
Well, not everywhere, but yeah.
Shout out, Guy, because I know you're flying right now. My homeboy just is leaving back to he lives in Venice.
Oh,
but
well. To me, Venice is such a weird place. Like as soon as you arrive, you go, and it's like this isn't real. Come on, like this is not. You know that real people don't live here, right? And they do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And moving through the gamut of studying it or doing stuff for screen, small screen, big screen theater. What was it that pulled you? Was there a specific role in your life that kind of shaped you into that realm as wanting to be an actor? I'll take my last sip.
Whatever you have left of your coffee, yes. Shaped me to be an actor. I mean, I think I always liked the I always loved theater. I always loved acting in general, and I think what I really love about acting is the fact that you have a space where you can be free and you can make mistakes, because that's what the truth of life is. Like you make mistakes in life.
You do?
I do. I know, crazy, but yes, I do.
Exactly.
And the great thing is that while in life I may go, oh no, I made a mistake. Why did I do that? You know. Whereas on stage I'm like, that's fine. You know, like you're able to be more free, more truthful than you are in life.
You're free to be you and me. That's an old show from the 70s, from before I was born, by Mary Lou Hanner, I believe it was. Okay, we're going to throw on a quick song. I want to come back with a couple of questions about that, and then I want to throw out where people can get the tickets, what time it's starting, where it's at, and why the BCN studio.
Beautiful.
If you can. Really quickly, kids, we're going to do a little bit of an edit of a song that's already being edited, but I really, really love this FCUKers. It's a Plantagenet throwback, children. The FCUKers is a new little outfit out of... I think they might be French, but they're out of London. And this is one of their new singles that they dropped this past week called Feel the Real. And I want you to feel the real tonight. Well, right now as well, but tonight at the BCN studio at 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock, children. We'll be right back in about 3 minutes, kids. All right. See, a little bit of chill before the thrill. We want you to feel the real. Now, like I said, A God Who Can Speak is premiering tonight at 8 o'clock. Well, premiering. It's actually encoring. But the beauty of these next 2 weekends at the BCN studio is that this is going to be presented both in Spanish and in English. How
Correct.
are you feeling
Yes.
about that as a polyglot? How are you feeling about
I mean,
bringing
it's a great challenge. I'm very happy that I'm doing it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's hard. It's not easy, but I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, especially
Okay.
the Spanish version because
What
I've
was
done the English before, but not the Spanish
exactly?
one. Yeah.
And I presume you probably, as someone who lived in England for so long, you're probably more fluent with that. But do you have the same feeling? Do you have a similar feeling of fluency with Spanish and giving that emotional reproduction? Representation.
Than English. Oh no, not
Oh
at all. I
wow.
mean, my English is much better than my Spanish.
Okay.
I do think that I'm fluent in Spanish, so I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. I don't mind because I mean, once you've learned a language, for me, I don't find it hard to then connect to my emotions while speaking that language.
Yes, sir.
So it's not necessarily a challenge. Of course, if I didn't speak a language at all, that would be challenging because I'd be there thinking, "Oh, what's the word?" and all that. But yeah, no, I'm quite looking forward to it.
What day is going to be the English production, and which day is going to be the Spanish, please?
So it's Saturdays in English and Sundays in Spanish.
Okay, so tonight will commence in English.
Correct.
Tomorrow night will be Sunday. Yes, tomorrow night will be
It
Sunday,
will be
and it will be
Sunday.
in Spanish.
And it will be
And then
Spanish.
again, we're going to repeat this again at the BCN studio at 8 o'clock next Saturday and Sunday as well. So, folks, you can get that information as well at the bcnstudio.com. You can get your tickets through that as well. You can get your tickets through Alessandro Ananasso.com as well.
Absolutely, yes.
And through both of their Instagram things. If there's one more question we could throw in, please. What is something that you really would like for the viewer and the audience, the spectator, to get from that energetically, kinetically, from what you're presenting?
That empathy is our greatest resource. Should I expand?
No.
Is that enough?
Thank you, mijo. Yeah, no. I mean, that has been a cornerstone of my reality, specifically over the last decade. But Lord, child, and empathy for ourselves as well, but not too much for men. But empathy, no, I'm just kidding. Love the men. There's so many of them.
Not all men.
And, well, I just wish if those boys who are older, 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old boys, had more understanding of empathy, I think we'd have a different world in which we would live in.
Correct, yes.
And so
for
I
sure.
love that you said that. So thank you for doing that. And thank you for being here. Now, at some point in the future, when your next film production is coming out, or when the film is dropping here, your film Love in Venice,
Sex Love
Sex
Venice.
Love Venice.
Yes.
I want it all. I want it all. Is
Used
dropping
to be
here.
Love Venice, so
Okay. Well, then we're going to have
Changed
to
it,
get you in here. See?
fantastic.
Okay. Thank you, Alessandro.
Thank you very
Remember,
much.
folks, you can get everything through Alessandro Ananasso's webpage and Instagram, as well as the bcnstudio.com. All right, folks, we're going to throw in a little bit of music. We've got a hold, and now for something entirely different, we're going to have the gentleman of HotSpot Travels coming in here to shake things up and get things all loosey-goosey in here. Remember, bcnstudio.com. Tonight, we'll see you on the flip side. Alessandro, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having
Here's a little bit of music, folks. We'll be right back on the flip. Give me a hug. Hey, wasn't that lovely? Well, guess what? Like I said before, for another change of pace, we've got the gentleman from HotSpot Travels here in BC to the N. Thank you. Whee! A little silent clap for us, because why are we fabulous? We've got Sir Brandon and Sir Mufasa right here sitting with us here. The cameras will be throwing them on just a second. But you know what? I got to tell you really quickly before we dive in. I met Mr. Simon doing what you were doing on motherfucking Metro. Here on 106.9 FM. He's not doing it on 106.9 FM. Well, maybe we can get you to do that to inspire the good children.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be the best content because it's not the best. But
there you go. But the gentleman was actually moonwalking.
Trying to moonwalk, I think.
You were doing it pretty successfully.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was walking down the gangplank of this Metro line, and the music in my ears was perfect for the dance that you were doing. And that is why I stopped the brother and said, what? And then we ended up talking, and now, 2 weeks later, we are here. Let us talk about HotSpot Travels and how this came about, because you brothers come from completely different places and different realms. So what was the juxtaposition that brought you two together, please?
Well, we met not very long ago, maybe like 7-ish years ago. We definitely have different backgrounds. It came to me like I grew up with very, very loving parents. However, the household was really filled with a lot of argument, a lot of instability. And I was looking all around. I'm seeing all of the parents of my friends. They're really having a great time. So I really knew that there is something out there that I want to have the same household. And then around age of 29, 30, I was talking to Brandon and I'm like, all right, we need to figure out something. Not just for me, but for everyone like me. And then it came up with the singles only HotSpot Travel. And it's an experience, a trip, just designed for all singles people that sometimes they sit down, sleep alone on their bed, asking, is there someone out there for me? And we created that kind of trips that make people connect in the right level, I would say.
So these are for people like me who are single.
Yeah.
And want to experience something that might be a little bit adventurous.
100%.
Okay. And what are some of the destinations that HotSpot can take us to?
And
events too.
We started in Barcelona because Barcelona, as you see and walk around, there's magic in the air. It's such a great place to be. There's beach, there's sun, there's lots of different expats, different people, and we call it Barceloca for a reason, is what we named it. We both have tattoos of it, so that's nice. But yeah, people can connect here, and people feel like they can definitely open up here compared to, we have a lot of people from England coming to Barcelona, Spain, and there it's a bit rigid, it's a bit stiff, but over here, you're there, you're traveling, you're in the moment.
Why do you think there's that stiffness from some of our brothers and sisters in the UK?
The weather doesn't help, definitely for sure.
But it produces great music.
Yeah, that's true. But when you have the smell of the beach in the air and the smell of the sea and the sand, it does do something different. I mean, even I've been here for 3 years now and I'm still in holiday mode and I still get that feeling.
But you can get it at Blackpool.
Not so much. Blackpool, there's some nice beaches in England, but I would choose any in Spain over that for sure.
Has it got the poo still? I don't know. Did you know? You heard about that, right?
No, I don't
the poo
think so.
washing up on the shores for the last 2 summers?
In England? Or Blackpool? Or
I think Blackpool was one of them.
Okay, then
okay, but we're going to skip that because HotSpot Travels is not taking you there, children. And what are some of the outside of Spain destinations that we might travel? And then I really want to talk about some of the events and stuff that are planned, because this single guy wants to know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Like at the moment, we have trips all around, starting from Bali, Thailand, Vietnam, Brazil. We have also Oktoberfest as well in the calendar. We are mixing a lot of exotic countries. We said, if we're going to get the people into a hotel, just it's too regular. So what we did is we got insane amount of deals for villas, and we got the people into luxurious villas with a medium price of the trip, having real dating events, not this kind of dating event, swipe right, swipe left, not this card games. I'm not talking any bad thing about this kind of dating events. They are doing great. However, what I'm saying is people really want to find their other part and don't feel like they need to be in a hunt.
Well, listen, you just said something interesting. People want to find their other part. Oof. Let's hope people find themselves and then find someone that's great so that we have 200%.
That's
You know,
true,
we
yeah.
we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
this media naranja thing that they say in Latin America and here.
Amen.
I think I'm going to just call my media naranja. I'm like, I don't want a half orange, bitch. I want the full orange. I'm a full orange. There's two of us now. That's great.
Yeah.
But I hear you loud and clear, man. So I'm 85 years old. Let grandpa teach. But
I was saying like 35 maybe.
Yeah, I would
something
say
like this.
85.
Yeah.
I'm 85 years old. Good. Those types of things, going through the videos on that, I love some of the ideas there.
Yeah.
And as someone who's part of the 9% that's not on the buy gay apps, there are 91% of gay men in Catalonia are on the gay apps.
91. That's wow. Yeah.
91. That's a market, by the way.
Yeah, no, we
100%.
do have LGBT trips for all kinds of people looking for whatever. So we saw that as also a gap in the market. So why
Exactly,
not
man.
explore that as well? Like there's 0 companies out there that do that. There's very few that do what we do, the level we do. However, when it comes to the LGBT market, then there's nothing. So we reached out to people and, oh, this is an amazing idea, let's do it, yay! And okay, yeah, let's
It
let's
is
do
an amazing idea because I also want to say that it's the LGBTQI plus market, fun, that has extra money to burn.
Also, yes.
Because we don't have those fucking children.
I was going to say,
God bless the children. They're all gifts from the Lord. But we do have our fur babies. And I do want to just impart on every single man, to get yourself a dog and or cat, please. Okay? Just to understand empathy more. But these kinds of things, do you do any empathy building exercises when you're doing some of this stuff? Out of curiosity?
Absolutely. Like, we see that just people want to be in a pressure zone conversation and let their guard down. And once you land in Barcelona or any of the other countries that we have trips at, what you see is all of our team, either entertainment, either the host of events, they just communicate with the people as they are people. Hey, you're here just to be you. And once the people see this, they let loose and they really connect. And you catch, in that term, we say that on our website, you catch flights and feelings with us, 100%.
Okay. Why? What are some of the things that you do in some of the singles events? And we'll dive into a song and come right back.
Absolutely.
yeah, we have activities, dating events, so it can be, and free time as well in our trip. So these can be like, we hang out, we do things where on a rooftop and you speak to someone, kind of like speed dating as well, just so you can get to know everyone. We did a paint your date
That is my
activity.
favorite,
That's his
100%.
activity where you sit down, you have to try and paint them, but also ask them questions as well, like what's your best pickup line and all these kind of
Your
things.
favorite
So,
joke, the harmony
yeah.
in the room, just people starting and talking
It's
to each
so
other,
funny.
telling each other
It's so
what to
much
say and
fun.
what not to say, and then you show the picture that you painted. It's just, the room filled with really good chemistry, 100%.
It's also, these ideas are very pre-smartphone.
yes,
Some-
also,
100%.
yeah.
Because
Sure.
where there was still more of a social aspect of connection.
Yes.
Do you see, I mean, obviously we necessitate, I know Brandon loves, he's crazy about social media. It's insane, this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Not so much. But,
and surely I jest, but that the necessity for, he's a brother, the necessity for trying to actually connect with somebody on a different level that does not include a digitized manner as I keep looking at screens and doing things. It's the life we lead.
yeah.
100%.
Does it annoy you? And do you recall, so specifically since both of you are 19 years old, do you recall a life without...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I can speak for myself, but I
bro.
was just, when I was getting to a teenager, that's when the social media started to pick off. And that's when a lot of, in terms of ours and our dating scene, our dating niche, what we work in, that's where we saw it start to do like a decline as well. So,
A decline in what, Miho?
just when the dating app started, kind of thing, so and everyone's trying to get away from it now. It had a massive spike, and then we saw when it started to go down, and people were like, okay, what do we do now to date? And it's like, what do we do now to date? And we're also traveling a lot, so
Wow.
put two and two together.
See, and I interpret it as a decline in people's ability to be social.
Yeah,
Also true.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's a goal, though.
I mean, why would Jesus let that happen? He's a Jew. I'm kidding.
I said that you took the left for a second. I was
What?
confused.
My mom makes good lasagna, you guys. No, but that kind of element has made it for someone, like I said, I'm part of the 9% that's not on the bloody apps.
Yeah.
And so, to quote Patsy Stone of Absolutely Fabulous, if you don't know, please learn.
All right.
But she said, it's like winking at someone in the dark. You know you're doing it, but nobody else can see you, motherfucker.
That's 100% right.
It's good analogy.
And so something like this takes out that element. Now, how, like, what is one of the next... Well, wait a minute. Oh, we're supposed to throw us on a song, right? Yes,
Absolutely.
what would you say? Now, this song was chosen from the kids. It was chosen by the
That's
kids.
correct.
Well, I would say more his side.
The
But you said you loved
Lumineers.
it, so... Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was the most country I can permit. I freaking love the Lumineers. You know the Decemberists by any chance?
Not till now.
Check it out.
Absolutely.
All right. The Lumineers. Why'd you choose the Lumineers, yo?
There is, once you listen to the song, there is some certain connection. You're going to find, if you watch the clip, there is the singer, the main artist, he's just saying, if you're not going to take the faith, the leap right now, then we might not have the future together. So they're just trying to chase each other hypothetically, and at the end, they were not going to end up together. It's kind of sad, but still, just sometimes you need to take that leap. You need to jump, and that's what the song about. And that's what represents HotSpot trips.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're going to leap into that hot spot, and we'll be right back, everybody, in 3 minutes here on 106.9 FM, RCE.cat. Remember, if if on Meta or YouTube the songs fades out just because of all these weird things they've infringed for 2026, you can catch it on RCE.cat, kids, or 106.9 FM. We'll be right back. The Lumineers to bring us back. Now, HotSpot Travels has a veritable cornucopia, a smorgasbord of trips that are coming up over the next few months.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that? What you can share.
Yeah, for sure.
So at the moment, through our website, social media, you're gonna find our trips to Bali, trips to Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Brazil, Oktoberfest, and in the Pride months also we are launching the LGBTQ trips as well. And then we're gonna be focused to have insane amount of a crowd in Oktoberfest, like some ish party, but also mingling. You have like sections in the campsites where only LGBTQ, only singles, only straight people. It's gonna be something big.
And can the straight sometimes come over to the gay part?
Everyone is allowed to do whatever they want. 100%.
Yeah, according to my history last year, that's all they do. But all right, Jesus Christ! But that is a beautiful thing. Why did you? I mean, what was something that separates you guys from some of the other people doing this? Obviously, there are fewer that are doing that.
Yeah, in terms of travel and dating events, what we have seen, like dating events are great. They really work in terms of getting people together and getting people to connect. However, if you add, after a dating event, you go to it, oh, you had fun, you leave, you speak to someone. But with us, you have a few dating events, and the next day, you're hanging out with the same people. So you get another vibe. There's nothing that can kind of get people together or know who the person is, like travel as well. You know, you stay with the people, one day you're playing volleyball with them, next day you're having breakfast with them. You're having different kind of elements of who they are as well. So that way you get to know them. And other companies, we're very hands-on as well. HotSpot, we have a team there. We have safety precautions in place. We have... You know, we're very hands-on in terms of that. We're on the ground, us, ourselves personally. We like to see what's going on. And our team as well. We have a whole team seeing things over. So,
Why? We're gonna get a little deep now.
let's
Absolutely.
do it.
All right. So, why do you love people?
He's the people lover, so I'll pass it
No,
on to
no,
him.
I'm asking.
Okay, why do I love people?
Why do you love people to do something like this and move yourself at a young age from the UK?
Yeah.
Which not everyone does. Let's be real. Why?
Okay, that's a deep question. Maybe
Take
I
it
need
away.
to think about that for a while. I'm a people person. I really am. I've always have been my whole life. Speaking to people, interacting with people, and I think especially I find it quite easy to make friends personally. I like speaking to people all the time. I think there's never an age at all, whatever who you are, what background you come from, where you can't make friends, where you can't have relationships, where you can't connect. You and I, different people, different ages, met, hung out, cool, now on the radio. You know what I mean? So no matter who you are, friendship, even relationship, you should always be trying to, you know, friends come and go, but like the good ones stay, and same with relationships as well, I guess.
Did
So-
mom and dad or one of the parents or rents treat you that or show you that?
Yeah, I'd say mum definitely. She's 74 now. Hi, mum, probably listening. And she has just moved recently to a new place, and she's making friends each and every single day there. She's like, oh, I'm in a new place and I've got to make friends, go to the new bowls club, yoga class, all these things. So and she's like, and our trips as well, any ages really, so anyone can meet anyone at any time in their life, and we give the opportunity for people to do so.
Is mama still in the UK?
Mum is, yeah.
Rock on,
She's not
man.
with the trip just yet. I've not seen her. You know,
She's gonna go to the LGBTQ. She'll have more fun.
maybe, yeah.
Mijo, why? Why do you love the good people?
Well, I really believe that every single one of us will not gonna last forever in this period of time that we're living. You know what I mean?
In this realm, anyway.
And in this realm.
Yeah.
And I believe people like book, and that book will not gonna stay forever. So I like to beg people brains each and every opportunity I have. I like to connect with them. I like to know their good time, their bad time, what they actually suffer from, because that teach me things that they will not gonna teach anyone else. And once you do listen deeply, you will see that, oh shit, I was wrong about you. I am genuinely learning more about perspective, how to live. And once you think you know it all, then you really don't know much.
No, to quote Erica Badu, the man who knows nothing.
Yeah.
Something knows he knows nothing at all.
Yeah.
Does the background work of what you practiced in the past lead towards that in some aspect? I wonder.
I would say 100% yes. From what I did in professional wise or social
Spiritually.
life, spiritually as well. Like
I would-
back in Egypt, you grown up. Your solo target is to find the one that you can build a household with, that you can grow a real good children, can be good for the community, can help the elderly, can really support. And this is the culture of the Middle East somehow. People just want to help each other. And I believe that affect me till that day right now. When I walk in the street and I see someone like old lady, it's not very common in Europe. I really want to go and she's holding bags. I want to go and help her. But in here, I don't think that would be taken in the right element. But
Yes, I do it all the time.
that's amazing. That is
Te
amazing.
ayudo, señora. Especially when you're going. Yeah, I do it all the time.
Spain more so. Yeah.
You know,
for
I
sure.
just talked to my, well, especially if they're dancing to the music in my hand. Right?
Yeah.
If you'd been a girl, I would have said, wait a minute, can you moonwalk for real? But, okay, yes, you can do it.
All
and
right.
it's actually more acceptable, I think, for older people. I don't know. I've seen it happen in London, too, with older folks.
Yeah, I think less so in the
Love,
UK.
yeah. Maybe Anglo-Saxon societies. We're
Yeah.
fun. We're youthful. We're fresh. I'm Mexican, but I'm from the States. Let's not get it twisted. If there was something that you would like for people who take part in the not only the events and speed dating, but the trips as well, what would you want them to take from that, from these things?
I would say don't come with the mentality for hunt to find someone at the same moment. Come, let your guard down, be who you are, let the other people listen to you.
So masturbate before you go.
That's actually a good,
Okay.
100%. That's a prescription for all
Someone's
of the
gotta do it,
listeners,
you know,
ladies and
so-
gentlemen. Yeah, 100%.
Because you know how we all go. I mean, it just reminded me of a Ben Affleck movie. No, Ben Stiller movie?
Yes.
Is that hair gel? And I'm like, yes, it is. Can't you tell?
We should
Baldy.
have that on our next Instagram reel for sure.
Boys, they're 19. Look at your future. It's right here. No. We'll talk about your mama's daddy.
Yeah, 100%.
No, well said, man. I just think that honestly, the energy that attracted us to like my girl, that attracted us to like, what the hell? Who's this guy?
Yeah.
And I was talking to him in Catalan. He was like, ¿qué?
¿Qué pasa, pero?
And I said,
Señor.
English? And he said, yes, please. And I'm all in plan, o sea. Okay, great. So I would like to know, because in the future it would be fun to have you guys. I would love to see if we can throw Ryan up in the mix at some point.
Absolutely.
Because I'm curious what a guy on that side of Oceania, that's the name from now on,
Oh,
sir,
yeah,
Oceania, how he views, they're not Occidental. They are in their mindset, but they're mega chips.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm presuming you've spent time in Oceania. Have you been to Australia and New Zealand? And
Yeah, I was in
Polynesia?
Australia for a couple of weeks only. So I didn't really see too much of it. So I didn't really get the vibe over there, to be honest.
Okay.
But
Which part were you in?
Brisbane, I went
Okay.
to.
Right.
Yeah, Brisbane, and then a few small towns nearby, I guess. But it wasn't like.
Got to go
yeah.
back at some point, I guess.
It's a bit far, yeah. a lot of family over there. It's a bit far for me, but we have a lot of Australians actually. We have a lot of Australian people who
On our
come on our
trip.
trip,
Yeah.
especially to
Amen,
Southeast
brother.
Asia. So
Exactly.
It's cheap
What
flights as
about
well.
Middle Eastern brothers and sisters?
Oh,
Would
that's
you ever plan anything towards Egypt?
definitely 100%. 100%. This people
But
need
you
to
don't take
connect
the
to.
gays there. At least not the out ones.
Actually,
Yeah, I would say, yeah, we do have plans for the Middle East 100%. And again, all of the people regarding color, shape, or whatever, they just want to meet the other part. And the Middle Eastern definitely want to. So we're going to be taking
More
people to
than
these
most, actually. I remember what happens in the pillars and the temples.
around. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Well,
he wasn't there. That
Yeah, I
one.
wasn't
He skipped
there.
that one.
you don't go to them churches. What they call them mosques.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there an element of faith or spirituality in any of the events? I'm curious.
Again, as I said, we let people to be who they want to be. If they want to talk about chicken burgers, they will talk about chicken burgers. If they want to talk about faith,
good
they will
right
talk
now,
about
right?
faith. Yeah.
Why'd you gotta say that, boy? Well, I think it's one of the things, and I had this brother a week and a half ago, a question out of the blue, and his answer made me want to cry. And because you don't get many 19-year-olds, white
25, just pointing out there. Yeah.
19-year-old, 25-year-old, 25?
Yeah, no, 26 soon. Yeah,
Okay, rock on, man.
getting on. Yeah.
All right. About spirituality, and I think that's such a good thing and such a necessary thing to keep, in my opinion,
100%.
positive relationships going forward, especially between the sexes or same whatever the hell. But
100%.
yeah.
I think
Alright.
it allows people to have a certain quality, and with that quality, it really gives them the best who they should be, and then they try to pursue that. I think it's a thing that everyone should be practicing, like either even meditation or whatever your background. Just do something that really make you connect here and here, and then the rest is gonna be history.
Do you do any grounding or like nature stuff as well?
He
by
does that a
chance?
lot.
I know you do, but like with the groups from HotSpot.
Oh.
Are there any like nature retreats or
100%.
park
Anything
picnics and-
in hotspot is possible. We work with companies and businesses as well, and they come to us and they say, "Oh, we're like a yoga retreat, but we're doing it for singles, or we're doing a nature one. Can you do this?" Yes, anything is possible. If you have the clients and audience that want to do that and want to connect in that way, then yes, it's anything's possible, really. So,
Folks, you can get all your information on HotSpots, not only at hotspots.travel.com,
Yeah,
but
for
also
singles people only.
HotSpots Travels with the underscore. So you look that up. But the minute you put HotSpots T, it comes right up. All right.
Yeah.
So you find that through Instagram. Everything is available through the links there as well. You can also follow Brandon Simon. He's about to hit 2K. So if you do that, we need 7 more people to hit him up there. I just saw that today. And we're all trying to push it up because Jesus wants us to have those algorithms, and he's a Jew again. I stupidly asked his brother if he was of the Hebrew faith because his last name is very Jewish, but he's not. And I want to thank my brothers for coming on today because
Thank
this
you
was
so much.
lit, and I would like to have you in the future and do some more stuff as well.
Absolutely.
Now, if there's anything else that you would like to say to the good people before we shout out, let it all out, please.
you know where to find us? HotspotTravels.com online. Our social medias, info_hotspot travels as well. Any questions as well through that? You have our WhatsApps there, our Instagrams there. You can let us know about any trips, any businesses as well that want to reach out to us, do trips for those people. Again, we can do everything and anything. That's not an issue for us. As long as people are there, singles people want to connect, want to travel, then you can let us know.
And
for
stay
sure.
tuned for the Pride Months. We have a lot of trips for LGBTQ, and we have
for the Pride Months, right?
Yes,
on, man.
this is all launch over there, and we have Oktoberfest. That's gonna be a good one for everyone to should be on, and hopefully we'll see most of the listeners around Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia, and Bali, Costa Brava, Barcelona, and hey, let's go.
Folks, you already know. All right, so get your stuff together, get your stuff ready because it's April. You still have a few months to plan for this stuff, and let's make it happen. My brother's Mufasa. Are you on social media as well?
Yes, it's a Moofy Buzz.
Moofy Buzz.
Yes, I like to buzz a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie to you, in a healthy way.
Yay, and he has hair to buzz. I remember that. All right, my brothers and my loves, thank you, everybody. We will see you in just a few winks of a cat's tail. What did they have? In a few shakes of a lamb's tail, we'll see you right here with Venus O'Hara. But I want to thank the boys for Hotspot Travels, Mr. B, Mr. M. I'm going to call you Mr. V. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you on the flip side, folks. We'll be right back in about 4 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.